The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, you guys know I'm Ed. I say that every day. I don't know. Sometimes it feels funny saying that, but I guess it's for the people that don't know who I am, right? So anyway, I got Brittany in here with me this morning. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning.
And we got Miss Carol joining us again this morning. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, everyone.
And then my brother Pedro.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right. Well, get this out the way in a hurry. No interest groups for today. George had some unexpected stuff come up, so he's not going to be able to do his groups this evening, but he promises he'll be back with us next month. Just some unforeseen circumstances came up, and you're not going to be able to deal with it. For those that know, George has his own nonprofit down in El Paso called the El Paso Vibe. So some unexpected business came up with that, so he had to go take care of that today. Can't be mad at him, right? Because, again, we all volunteer, so, we all got other stuff going on in our life. So if something comes up, we make allowances for that, and this happened to be one of them times. So, but other than that, like I said, he'll be back next month. So,
And Monica said good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Monica. Our Savior gave us our 100th follower on our page. We are able to go live again on our page, thanks to Monica. Hopefully some folks are listening in. I did put a post in the group this morning about thanking everybody for their participation, of course, right? And then asking those folks over there to please run over to the page and follow and like that, so that we can try to bump up them numbers over there and get some more algorithm going over there as well. So, and I let them know that they can watch Coffee Time or listen to Coffee Time every day from the page. So hopefully that'll drive some people over there. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But so anyway, welcome to everybody from across the country that's joining in with us again. Pedro put them stats out there. New York, we love you, baby. New York is number one. Did you know we're number one in New York, Carol? Or
No,
New York
I did
is
not.
Yeah, New York is number one as far as folks interacting with us.
Wow, that is wonderful. Wonderful.
And Dallas, Texas is number 2. LA's 3.
All
Well,
right.
actually, it's Houston, baby.
Oh, okay. Houston, Texas.
Wait a minute.
My
Wait a minute now.
bad.
Don't knock Dallas. Don't knock Dallas down.
I'm sorry, but it technically is Houston, and
Okay,
then
Houston, Texas, and then I believe LA. Come on, LA. Like what, we're in LA. What's going on, you guys? I feel kind of sad. Like what?
the,
LA's number 3 and then Chicago is 4.
Pretty
yeah,
soon the updated stats will be coming out. I bring those. Yeah, but yeah, the Big Apple, guys, the Big Apple.
yeah. So, but it's all good. I mean, again, we know you guys are out there listening to us, even though you don't want to come in and say nothing. Come in and say hi. You know what I'm saying? Let us know you out there. We love to interact with you folks. So, plus, we just like to, represent. We give you a shout out. Maybe that's what you're scared of. Maybe you ain't supposed to be listening to us. Maybe you're supposed to be working. I don't know.
Maybe they're at work and they're listening to us and they're like, yeah, we don't want to get in trouble, but make
Right.
us feel like we're not talking to ourselves. Sometimes feels
You
that way.
know.
That's right, Brett.
I mean, hey, you can put my name as John on the down low or something. I don't know. Something,
John Doe.
John Doe.
something just, let us know that you're there. When if you don't want us shout you out, we won't. But, if you're good with it, we certainly will. So, but on the flip side of that, I mean, today is supposed to be our advocacy thing. So we want to tell you about something else that's coming up in October. For those in the community that know, October 15th is White Cane Day, White Cane Safety Day, Meet the Mind Day. I don't know. There's all kind of stuff going on October 15th. But so, we're doing our walk a mile to create awareness on October the 12th here in LA, well, in Claremont. So, but if you happen to be in that Bay Area, coming up in October the 15th, if I remember right, that is a Tuesday. The NMB is doing a protest. Both of your Lyft and Uber headquarters are in San Francisco. So the NMB is calling for a protest on that day, and they're asking everybody that's in the Bay Area to show up over there. I'm sure there'll be more information coming out about it, and we'll keep you posted as far as actual destinations, locations, stuff like that, where everybody's going to be at. But it's still a big problem, man. I mean, we've been trying to work with these folks for years, and we still have issues. I mean, Pedro has had people pull up on him and pull up, pull off. I've had some other friends of mine that,
Well,
just pulled up on them and seen they were blind and pulled off. And then, of course, there's always the bigger issue. Well, it's all of an issue, but, they roll up and see you with a guide dog and then they bounce, so it's a big issue. We need to take care of this, man. I mean, by law, they're supposed to pick us up. So,
yeah, and it started with the guide dogs. It started with I heard some stories that will have people furious and hot and stuff like that about how drivers just pass on and leave or get in the argument mode and say no, I'm not picking you up, and will expect the blind person to still pay those late fees, and not the late fees but the cancellation fees and other things like that. Has been a big issue in our community, especially with the guide dog users and stuff and things like that. And also myself, I ran into this issue a lot, that sometimes I tell one of my kids, come with me out to the front, because these Ubers, if they see me, they will pull away when they see my cane. And folks, it's not like I'm asking them, get off your car, come hold my hand, come open the door. If you roll down your window and say something to me, I can calculate where's the back door and I can make my way there. the thing about these drivers is they might not have any type of training about blind individuals. They might not even have a repercussion coming if they do that to a blind individual. And believe me, I've been catching Ubers 2, 12, 3 o'clock in the morning, guys, and being left like that is not cool. It's not great because
That's a safety issue.
It is.
correct, correct.
It
And
is.
that's and they would like a tip. They all expect a tip, but when they see a blind person, they're like, I'm willing to turn my app off. I'm willing to go park somewhere else, and you know what I mean? Like, what's going on with that? Like, that's not even it shouldn't be done like that only because we don't got our site. And actually, you know what they're doing? They're taking advantage that we can't see, and we cannot allow someone to take advantage of our disability. That's what's basically happening, and that's a no-no, and that's something to advocate for, you know.
I've been dropped off at the wrong location and they swear I'm at the right location. And you get out and they're gone. And you're at you're not even where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times myself. But I
Correct.
mean, again, I mean, at least we got a ride. I mean, chances are, as long as I'm in, uh, well, I guess my issue has been number one, they drop me off next door. They don't realize that there's another house past that house. That's the biggest issue. But other ones have been like when I go to the train station or whatever, and I tell them, look, I need to be at this specific spot. I describe it to them, and they still end up dropping me off in the wrong spot. Uh,
I
I
feel
don't,
like they don't want to look, or they when they show up to a place, they just see the GPS says here, and they stop right there. They don't even look at the house numbers. Some do, not all. I ain't gonna not everybody, but some do be aware. Some hop out and they help, honestly. But there's some that don't roll down the window. They don't say nothing. They know they see your cane and they want to stay quiet, like if we can't see them.
right, right. Well, I mean, again, and myself personally, I mean, I watch my app. I'm paying attention to my app, as they are approaching, you know, and you have to get the app to highlight the right spot. And once you get it to highlight the right spot, it'll tell you, that they're, 500 feet, 400 feet, 300 feet, as they approach, right? And that way you kind of know that, okay, they're right here. And then if they just happen to pull right off, now okay, well, they intentionally did that because they were right here, right? So,
Mm.
but again, there's no recourse for us, right? I mean,
Right.
again, so who was that? I was telling Pedro last night. I gotta find out what his name is, but there's a guy, another one of your homeboys
Crazy.
down there in Texas, Carol. He's got a YouTube channel. He does Lyft and Uber, and he actually is telling people how to get away from picking us up or anybody else,
No.
any other undesirable person.
That's awful.
I
Awful.
mean, he literally says when you start approaching the area where you're supposed to pick up the person, you kind of put your head on a swivel and you start looking for that person, right?
Right.
If you see somebody blind or you see somebody with a guide dog, he said, man, you just reach down and turn your app off and bounce right on by. And then you go sit somewhere, for 10, 15 minutes, and then turn your app back on and say, well, I had an emergency. I had to go to use the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Awful.
But again, like Pedro was saying, they still give us a cancellation fee,
Mm.
and we got to pay that. I mean, that's,
Yes. You have to pay it. It comes out of your card.
Yeah, and
exactly.
you try to dispute it with Uber, they only have predetermined answers, and plus, they have a automatic system that tells you no. Then you could still fight it, but man, after that, it's hard to get something back from them. Everything's automated. It's hard to get somebody to talk to.
You know what? That's another thing I don't like about a lot of these tech companies, if you want to call them that. I mean, I'm calling this a tech company because it's an app, right?
It is a
Right.
tech company.
Right. So they don't do the actual physical work. They don't drive the cars, stuff like that, right?
Right.
They
But
hire
but
a gig
bottom
person.
line, they don't have customer service folks. They don't have nobody to answer the phones. They don't have a phone number. You know.
Well,
Well, they do if you go into the help menu, and you got to have somebody cited. Or at least I did. You got to have somebody cited to help me find it.
hmm
But again, you're not really getting. You're just leaving a message, and then what do? They email you.
hmm and there
Yeah.
is a number that they do give out to if you want to book a ride, but that's only to book a ride. It's not to make a complaint about an issue or nothing. It's just to book a
Right, right,
ride and
right.
get the ride to you at a charge, and it's a 800 number. So I don't know why they will be probably for their workers, I guess. But they seem like they are relying on seniors because it would seem that seniors will use that number, so they know they have seniors using their service.
Well, again, and then that's the crazy part. You had what was it, Go Go Grandpa or whatever it
Go-go
is.
grandparent. Yeah, go-go grandparents. I'm part of that as
Yes.
well.
Right,
So
right, right. So now, do they charge you for that, Carol?
they charge 30. You need to do the 14.99 a month or the 29.99 a month.
Okay,
And
so it's a
wh-
subscription.
it's a subscription when you call, but they'll do everything for you because I can't. I have an Uber app, but I don't know how to navigate it to make, like you were saying, how you can tell when they're approaching you. So when I
Oh,
call go grandparents, what they do is a visual person that does everything for me and set it up and talk to me on the phone to let me know when they're coming.
Well, we're gonna have to walk you through that app, save you that money, baby, because
yeah, yeah. Because out here, there's
Well,
no
go grandparent
subscription
not
based.
only they not only do for the $30 a month, they not only do the Uber, they do my groceries, they do my medication, they do if I want anything ordered from a restaurant, all of that just automatically comes out of my card. It's just someone visual that's doing all of these things for me on these apps where I don't have to maneuver through them.
Yes,
well,
because I know someone that was using it, and it's a free service. They just charge you a fee above what you're paying for your ride.
Hmm.
right, right.
So it was different out here. So maybe I might have to do a class on the Uber app too, because as seniors and disabled people, I seem like our social like the we pay more in charges. It always seems that way.
Well,
You
maybe
know.
the maybe the
Everything.
maybe the Go Go grandparents might be a little insurance per se because you got that sighted person on the other end of the line, and they're watching, and they can tell if that driver drives right by you.
Right.
They can
But I
help
don't.
you with their reporting process. I would hope. you know.
Yeah,
Right.
that's if we thinking they're doing that type of steps to do that. But they're gonna be like, who am I to hold them accountable? I guess.
I
But
mean, but see, the way I see it, and I've said this for a while, uh, to me, this is an easy fix. So we all have profiles. Drivers have profiles, we have profiles, right?
Right.
So in our profile, we just put that we're disabled, and then we can list whatever our disability is, right? We can list if we have a guide dog. And then on the flip side, on their side, if they, I would actually make them, show proof that they have allergies against, guide dogs or whatever, pet allergies,
mhm.
right? On their side. But bottom line, just giving them the benefit of the doubt, it is their car. They are independent contractors. So, I mean, if they just don't want to have pets in their car, okay, then you know what I'm saying? Put that in your profile. That way you don't get matched up with somebody that has a guide dog.
But there's problems with that, especially when you give somebody the choice and you call it a pet, and a guide dog is not a pet. Also, if you give the driver the choice, they all gonna most of them are gonna say no, no animal, and that's gonna create a surge for people that have guide dogs. They ain't gonna be
I mean,
available cars.
right. I mean, I get that, Pedro, but what I made when I used the term pet, I didn't use it in reference to the guide dog. I just used it in reference to allergies, right? So they, fur allergies or the hair and
Okay.
whatnot. So
Mhm.
whether it's a guide dog or a pet,
Mhm.
if you have those types of allergies, then to me, yes, that's an automatic, excuse, right?
Mhm.
For you not to put them in your car, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
understandable.
but again, uh, I mean, there's got to be a happy medium here somewhere. We don't need
Yeah.
these other drivers. I mean, dude is, man, do you realize they won't even help you with the groceries if you listen to him? He hates when he gets a call and it's a shopping center. He'll roll up and see people at a market. If they got a cart full of groceries or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He'll drive right on by because why? He says, well, they always want me to get out and help them with the groceries. They always want me to help them carry the groceries into the house or whatever. You know what? I mean, I'm not gonna say I've never done that, because I have, but at the same time, when that occurs, there's always a nice tip on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
that's you though, Ed. Who's to say maybe other people don't get tips?
yeah.
And I mean, I've heard from drivers. Okay, like let's just say I don't know. They're only, let's just say Uber's getting $30 for a ride. The driver may only be getting, I don't know, $5 or $10, and most of the time they're depending on the tips, and that's really how they make their money. So, I mean, sometimes I think like the driver and the user of Uber and Lyft is getting screwed.
Yeah, yeah, because they changed their thing. Now they ask for 60% of the fare and the driver gets the other 40. So I think it's a little unfair. They do more of the hustle and bustle, you could say. But when it comes to getting groceries, I had a driver say, "Do you need help?" And sometimes you could tell when they don't want to help. And I said, "No, I got it. Just pop the trunk. I could put my luggage. I could put my groceries there. I could do it myself. Sometimes I don't like to be a bother, so I'd rather just do it myself, and complain,
Right.
you
And you
know.
can get some good drivers that will
Yeah,
do
I have
that.
got some good drivers that pop out and be like, "Oh, let
Hmm.
me get the door, or let me get the suitcase." I'm like, "You sure? It's heavy. I got it. If anything, you
Right.
know." But
But one thing I have noticed, I mean, I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but
go
with
ahead.
the go-go grandparents, what they will do is when they do an Uber, I'll receive a text because it will let them know that I am blind to call upon arrival. It's sending me a confirmation from Uber, and it says it's being sent from a coordinator, to not share a whole lot of the information, but the individual that they're picking up is blind. So call upon arrival. But the
Yeah.
live agent that's with the go-go grandparents is still monitoring all of this. And then they'll call once I make it in the vehicle to make sure that I'm there. Or if
That's
if,
a
if they
very.
didn't show up or if they left, they'll make sure, hey, did you get in your
Hmm.
ride? So,
Yes.
I guess that's what I'm paying the monthly fee for, on top of paying for the Uber. But it
Yes.
automatically just comes out of my card.
I
Yeah.
mean,
They
I
just.
like the peace of mind of that. I mean, because I noticed that for me, like if a driver's picking me up from somewhere like a shopping center or whatever, and I'm blind and they can't find me, they'll just get frustrated and just leave.
Right.
And that sucks.
It does.
Well, that's another reason I kind of watch the thing. You know what I'm saying? When I see them getting within, 100 feet or whatever, I'll go ahead and call them. And I let them know, hey, look, I see you're coming up on me. I'm blind. I can't see you. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of tell them what I'm wearing. You know, and then they'll pull right up on me while I'm talking to me, while they're talking to me. In most cases anyway, right? I mean, when they're here at the house, like you say, I don't ask them to get out of the car or whatever. I mean, I can tell the car just by listening, The motor, okay, here's the motor. I know I got to go down on the side to get to the back door, whatever, So uh, I've had many of the drivers ask me, well, man, how did you do that? What do you mean? How did I do what?
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And also in the app, I know my profile pic. It says something about disabled. It says man, I forgot how he says it, but it lets them know that I am visually impaired. Actually disabled, it lets them know. And then I have put in my thing that I'm blind too. There's like a little place where you can put information.
Right, I put all that in my profile. That's my point. We can put all that stuff into our profile. So
Hmm.
bottom line, they
Well,
should, if
they
they
be
They
don't
able to
gotta
want to
see
read
deal
it.
with
that.
us, if they
They
don't want
No,
to
gotta
deal
read
with
it.
us,
no.
then don't pick us
They
up. That's what I'm saying.
No, no,
Don't.
Right.
no, no. The thing is, they have our profile just like how we have their profile when we book a ride. It will tell you the rating, their name, their car, their model, the if they have camera, they have the same information about us.
Right.
So let's not assume that they don't know. So let's assume they do know. They're just being
Or they
bad.
don't read it. They don't read it.
Yeah, they might not glance at it. They have it there, but that about leaving us and all that, that's unexcusable. They want a
Right.
tip.
Because,
They survive on tips. So, and it shouldn't even be like that. I know, that there was a scandal with Uber Eats, and I'm kind of sometimes conscious of trying to leave a tip because Uber, when they were delivering food and you gave them a tip through the app, Uber was subsidizing that for their work hours and say, okay, we're gonna pay you a little less because you got this tip, and that made our end up, and they got into a big old lawsuit type thing. So they sometimes do little things that I think are questionable. So sometimes I suggest give the tip in cash because who knows what they're doing? They're not being looked at with a microscope, and they've been caught doing that. So, who is to say that they don't do that still?
well, I
You
mean,
I
I
know?
was
always
doing
tip
that.
in cash.
I
I
mean, I
don't do my
was.
card.
I was too, especially, until I realized that there's a whole nother menu, pricing menu when it comes to, doing the food delivery stuff, whether it be Postmates or Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever, right?
Hmm.
They all of them,
DoorDash.
DoorDash, they got a different menu. I mean, what you might spend, $10, $11 on going through the drive through is going to cost you 25, 26
Right.
doing it
Hmm.
through the app. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I caught restaurants hiking up their prices.
I mean, bottom line, if you go to any of these restaurants on a regular basis, these, quick fast food places or whatever, you already know what the prices are, right? So
Hmm.
Right.
when you look at it in your app, you say, wait a minute. So as an example, like I'll go get an ultimate cheeseburger meal from Jack in the Box, right?
Exactly.
Okay, it's like 11 $12 in the drive-through, right?
Right.
You grab that on the app, I'm telling you, it's 25, $26
You
for
paying
the
for the
same
convenience.
same for that same meal. And
Right.
then, so then when the driver comes up now, I give him, a cash tip. I mean, damn, here I'm spending $30 for a damn hamburger.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And I kind of like that when I was ordering one of those, exactly what you said, right? And I was like, man, why is it 10, $11? And I know I had gone to the restaurant,
I
caught
mean,
me
it's
one.
all the fees. It's,
No,
and
no,
it's
it's
the
not. No, it's not.
convenience.
It's the restaurant pricing. And then above that, you still have the 49 or $2 delivery fee if you don't got Uber One, the CA driver benefits fee. That's I'm talking about before all those fees.
Right, just the cost of the meal. Like I said, if it's 11, $12, it on the menu at the restaurant at Jack in the Box or whatever, right? It's going to be 25, $26 uh, with all the fees and
After,
everything.
yeah, after everything, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
with all the
Yeah.
fees and everything. So, you figure that, okay, so it's 11, $12 for the hamburger, the meal.
Hmm.
Then, they're going to charge you like $20 for it. Then the rest of the $5 or $6 that's going to go towards all of them fees, delivery fees, and all this other. Come on, man. And then on top of that, you want me to put in an automatic tip?
No.
I mean,
before you even get your food, they want you
Right.
to put a tip. That's kind of like what's going on. It's like you sit down at a table in a restaurant, they tell you, okay, go ahead and tip me right now. Before you even order, before you even get your
Well, that's
food, they want you.
gratuity. A lot of restaurants are already doing that to where it's
Yeah,
gratuity. It's part of
Well, it's
your
part of your
tip.
bill. It's part of your
Yeah.
bill,
Yeah.
but I mean, on this one, they literally want you, because you're in essence checking out before you even get your food. Where vice versa at a restaurant, you're not checking out until after you eat, right?
Right.
yeah.
That's right.
You,
Right.
you know, but
I
again,
get
if I'm tipping you now, how do I know you're not doing 2 or 3 different apps, right? So you got to run by McDonald's, then you got to run by Jack in the Box, then you got to run by Little Caesars, whatever.
Well, that's what's
You know,
happening.
you know what I'm saying? How do I know what order you're going to bring me my food? My food
Right.
might be cold by the time you get
By
it to
the
me.
time you get to me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
But see, in the Uber app, that Uber Eats app, they charge you a tip when you're checking out and you checked out before you get your food, right? But in the Uber Rides app, on the Uber app, right? When you done with your ride and then you go back to your app, that's when it would tell you, do you want to add a tip for this person, after the whole ride is completed. That's something
Right.
they should have kind of kept on the Uber Eats, I guess, app.
It's well, something that needs to be implemented on the eat side of it,
Yeah, and
because,
and we're on the half of the hour
yeah.
also.
So, okay, well, go ahead
Paul
and
said, "Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday."
good
Whoop,
Good
morning,
whoop,
morning,
Paul.
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 So I will go ahead and hit them buttons, man, and let's run that stuff out of the way. Get it.
All right, let's do it.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Have you ever considered experiencing the world as a visually impaired person does? Take a walk in our shoes and take part in activities such as crossing railroad tracks, using accessible crosswalks, operating a computer, and washing dishes, all while blindfolded. Discover the unique and wonderful aspects of our lives. This event will have vendors, food, and other workshops. The Blind United Walk a Mile in My Shoes Challenge, sponsored by Service Center for Independent Life. When October 12th in Claremont, California. If you're interested in attending or tabling at our event, please email info@blindunited.org or call 909-532-9513. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
All right. Well, again, that's October the 12th, and the one we were talking about as far as the Uber and Lyft headquarters, that stuff is on October the 15th. So if you're in LA, come hang out with us. Ours is on a Saturday. And then if you happen to live in the Bay Area, man, please go over there and support them. I mean, again, it's been a big issue. We depend on Lyft and Uber a lot. It's been a savior, a lifesaver for me. For anybody that knows me, they know I hate with a passion access services. So I would do Uber, I would do Lyft. So, but
with access, it seems like they just trying to save money no matter where they can, even though they get subsidized. And look, I depend on access. I ain't gonna lie, but sometimes it seems like they want to cut corners on all types of different ways. So,
well,
I
they
know,
do.
I know that they replaced their glass windows with plastic windows. Okay, That makes it hotter in some of these big old buses that they use. Um, and then having the AC unit all within the the bus, and the exhaust is still sucking up from the inside of the truck. It's not even spitting it out. It's all built in within there. And you know, guys, when you have a AC unit that is on the floor, you have to have a tube to go out. It has to shoot that exhaust out. They don't have that. They want to make sure everybody is safe, and I think it's more of saving money. But you would think if glass breaks, they break into small shards and you might get cut. But plastic is the same. They cut into sharp pieces and are able to cut you too. But with the plastic windows, it won't keep the cool air in. Also, when it comes to AC, you know the noise that those windows by banging on the frame of the bus is louder than a window would be. So I don't understand. It's either to, I guess, low key annoy us, or just to cut corners. Honestly, they make money off of this. And sometimes I feel like they don't have a somebody they need to compete with. That's why the services never get better, because there's only one service in per county and stuff, and they don't improve the services because they don't have competition in the market.
Well, I mean, agreed. I agree. They got the contract. That's what it is, basically, and it generally is tied to whatever bus company you have. You know, but at the same time, like you say, it's all about that bottom dollar. I mean, it's still a corporation, even though it's subsidized. It's still a corporation, and they're gonna cut corners wherever they can to try to improve their bottom line to pay off. To show dividends, pay dividends to their stockholders. So I mean, it's just that's basically what everybody's doing. I mean, even the same thing. Look at we were talking about with Lyft and Uber again. I mean, no customer service whatsoever. You can't call them people and talk to them. They're cutting corners by not having that stuff. They're cutting corners by having all these automated systems. And
Hmm.
that's something else a lot of folks don't realize with a lot of these automated systems. They don't really work for us. Why? They don't give us enough time to punch in them numbers.
Nope.
Or
You
I
know,
know even my sighted peers, even my sighted friends, when you call and they have that voice, the automatic system that listens to you, any noise kicks it off. No one can have a conversation. You can't be in public using that, because anything lets that little thing go off. And most of the time you gotta tell everybody, can you be quiet? Can you be quiet? Trying to check something. And come on, like, even sighted people run through this problem about the automatic stuff. But man, the Uber, yeah, Uber is saving money left too by cutting those corners. But it seems like they got more expensive.
it
The
has.
drivers get less and things like that. And it's just kind of like a shame, because it's like big tech getting all that money. And how much is Uber worth if you think about it? Let's also look at how much they paid the CEO. I don't have those numbers, but I bet you it's a big bonus.
Oh yeah, they making big money. Again, but the thing of it is, you're just a tech service. I mean, I hate to belittle it that way, but bottom line, there's nobody sitting there like in back in the old days. Like the old switchboard operators. Ain't nobody answering the phones and okay, and then they plugging your cord into a different hole and then it's all automated. The
Yes,
whole
yes.
system is automated. So what do you got? A couple tech guys that's sitting in the office, whatever, making sure all the systems are running well. You know what I'm saying? And all the rest of that is profit. But on the flip side of that, you, like you say, you want to charge the driver, 50, 60% of what the fare is. And then on top of that, you want to put all this other stuff. I mean, the minute what was that bill that we passed we were supposed to allow the drivers to get health insurance and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Man, the minute they passed that, the prices went sky high. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
serious. I mean,
yeah. Well,
my normal ride from here to the train would cost me, $10 in the morning, right? 12 at the most.
yeah.
Now it's 16, maybe 20.
But they had two bills. I remember, right? They had two bills. One was backed by Uber, and I think that's the one that passed, and one was back.
Proposition 28, that's what it was.
Yeah, and they had another one. They had two in the same ballot to to do it two different ways. But the one that Uber was backing up is the one that won, if I'm not mistaken. And they put millions of dollars behind that campaign, meaning they felt like we could spend this $1 million and we get this thing passed, we're still gonna make over that $1 million investment. So to them, it was like it benefited them to let that thing pass.
Well, I mean, the big crime here is, we spend our money just like everybody else,
Just like
Hmm.
sighted
and
people. That's right.
and we deserve to have, reputable drivers that are going to come and pick us up, and not, oh, I ain't got time to deal with nobody that's blind. I ain't got a time to deal with somebody disabled. I ain't got time to deal with, this person with groceries, whatever. No, if you are going to, you knew what the job requirements are when you took the job.
That's
You
right.
don't have to take the job. You know what I'm saying? But you chose to do that, right? So do it. Don't play with it. Don't sit there and cherry pick. Oh, I don't want this customer. Oh, okay, well I'll take this one. Whatever. I mean, they play so many games with that app that is really, you know, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy the way the drivers have learned to manipulate that app. I mean, I got some that they won't leave San Bernardino. Oh well, oh well, I'm trying to go to Fontana. Oh no, well, they for whatever reason, when they accept a ride or something, the minute they see where you're going, they can refuse that ride at that point if they don't want to go there.
Wow.
You know, I
That
mean,
is the story of my life, guys.
right? Because Brittany's up on that hill. A lot of them folks don't want to come off the hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Or they don't want to go up the hill. I had one driver, he called me and he was like, "Oh, this is a far ride. Where are we going? Where are you going?" And I told him, and he's like, "Oh, I got to go get gas." Okay. And I was like, "All right, cool." And then I'm waiting, and then he cancels the ride. I mean, that's happened to me quite a bit,
Oh
actually.
my God.
Yeah. And
That's
a lot of times
crazy.
and again, like you say, a lot of times that's late at night,
And
you
a lot
know.
of times it is late at night. I mean, that's really unsafe. Oh, and Paul said that when he gets Uber Eats or whatever food delivery, he normally just gives them a cash tip too.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's me
okay.
too.
Yeah, yeah. And it's sad, especially when it's late night because it's sometimes there's not a lot of Ubers out at that time.
No, they're not. I
And
mean,
it's extremely dangerous. You're already vulnerable because you can't see. You don't know where they put you. And you don't know when the ride is going to be coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and again, and plus, I'm being honest, it's
Mhm.
it's happened before. There are predators that work for these companies as well,
Of
and
course. Of
Right.
generally
course.
that's when the predators work in the late wee hours of the
Late,
morning,
late hours.
late night or wee
Ed,
hours of the morning. Yeah.
I'm jumping out.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you. This is an issue we do gotta advocate for. It's a very big issue because I wonder them folks would like to be in our shoes and go through the same thing. That's all I gotta say. Thank you,
Right,
brothers.
right. All right, my brother. We'll talk to you later.
All right, Pedro.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's really really sad, that they get away with doing this kind of stuff. I mean, I remember one night I had ordered a ride, and then we were going to go pick up somebody else, and the driver was actually drunk,
Oh my. Oh my.
right? And
Right.
I don't know how it worked out this way, but they didn't come get me. They went and got her. Then they were going to the final destination, but the driver literally thought that they were coming to get me.
Oh no.
I mean, it was a mess, you know. I mean, I had another driver. He thought because I was blind, he could really take advantage of me. I was going to Rancho, and I mean, I know you don't know your way around out here, Carol, but anyway, so we got San Bernardino County right on the other side of the mountains here. We got Riverside County, right?
Okay. Okay.
And then Rancho was just west of us, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm going to Rancho. So rather than him going west, he literally went south, went over to the Riverside side, and then started working his way towards Rancho from there. And I said,
You
dude,
went backwards.
where are you going? He said, well, I'm just following my GPS. I said, man, come on, man.
Right.
You know, you playing on me. Well, bottom line, I beat that. I was able to, beat that one because he just literally went the wrong way,
Right.
trying to
Right.
run that ticket up. And it did.
Uh-huh.
Where
Uh-huh.
that ride would cost me like $30, it ended up costing me almost 70.
What?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, because he went all the way around the wrong way, you know. And, oh hell no, you
But
know.
you do get those drivers that will try to play on your blindness, thinking that you don't know where you're at.
I had a dude drive around my block at least 3, 4 times. I told him, man, you know what? You ain't gonna get no extra money by driving around the block. You might as well just, stop in front of my house and let me get out. And
Right.
he was just amazed that I knew
Amazed
that.
that you knew where you were. Uh-huh.
Dude, come on, man. You sitting there making right turn after right turn after right turn. They're telling me you're going around the
In a
block.
circle.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
Come on,
going in a
man.
circle, right?
You ain't gonna get no more money. You might as well just pull over and let me get out. You know. I mean, I have no problem tipping these drivers, whatever, when I get, proper service.
Right.
I'm being honest. I've actually hired a few of these folks to be my driver.
Of course. Of course.
Because they make more money working for me directly.
Right. I've exchanged numbers that same way.
And what I'll do is I'll call them first. Hey,
Right.
are you available?
That's right.
Okay, cool. I need to go here. Boom, boom, boom. They do that? No problem. I got you, Ed. And boom, they on their way.
Right.
But if not, then I go back to the service and I do what I got to do with the service. When I was doing this stuff every day, I had to do. Look, man, he said, Ed, I'll make you my regular. I have you there every day at this time. No problem. That's what I need.
Right.
And every morning I come walking out of my house, he was standing right there with the door open, waiting on me to get in.
Like a chauffeur. That's what's
Just
up.
like a chauffeur. You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up. Mm-hmm.
I could call him and say, look, I'm getting on the train. I'm headed back in. He's all right. What time you going to be at the train station? And
Right.
he'd make arrangements to pick me up at the train station, So anyway, y'all ladies talk for a minute. I got to do something right quick. Hold on. I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
But I mean, I don't know. It's this whole Uber and Lyft thing is crazy. But while Ed is gone, you guys, you can give initiative. They give canes to people who cannot get canes, people that live in third world countries, Africa, Asia, South America. Jimmy, he's been doing this for quite some time. He collects old beat up canes, he refurbishes them, and he gives them to people who can't get canes. And he is awesome, guys. Not only does he just give the cane, but he also gives people a digital recorder. And on this digital recorder, there is instructions on how to use the cane and how to repair the cane. So youcanegive.org, guys. You can go on their website and get a shipping label, and you can mail in your cane. If you don't want to do it that way, you can always give your cane to Ed, or you can email Ed at info@blindunited.org, and he will send you a shipping label, and you can free matter for the blind it, and we'll refurbish it and we'll send it off to Jimmy. If you can't donate that way or help that way, you can always go on their website, youcanegive.org, and donate. Every little bit counts, you guys. Every little dollar, $5, whatever it is, it's helpful. And if you can't help that way, you can go to customcane.com. That's custom with a K, customcane.com, and you can get a custom cane or cane accessories. They've got telescoping canes. They've got aircraft aluminum canes, aluminum. And those are supposed to be lighter, better. You can basically decorate your cane however you want. It's Burger King, baby. You can have it your way, you guys. If you want your favorite color, purple, blue, Dodger blue, bedazzled, gold, pink, your favorite sports team, the Braille alphabet, rainbow, whatever you want. A weird colored handle, a certain type of handle, a certain type of tip, whatever you want, Jimmy's got it for you. So go to customcane.com.
And I met some wonderful people this weekend at the National Federation of the Blind Silver Bells program that knew Jimmy Bean, Raul and Stacy. And when I was talking about the custom canes and You Cane Give, they brought up, they say, is it Jimmy Bean? And I said, I'm not sure.
It's not Beans, it's Baines.
Beans, okay. Beans.
Bane,
Okay.
Bane, B-A-N-E.
B-A-N-E, Bane. Okay, see, I got the name wrong, but they knew exactly who he was.
Right. That's James Bain. James Bain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They knew exactly who he was, and
right.
said that they had some canes from him as well. So,
right. I mean, I love my canes. I've got 5 or I think in total, if I count my canes and all the canes I done bought for other people, or been purchased through me anyway, I know I done bought at least 10 canes through him. I mean, everybody sees my canes or whatever. I mean, Brittany's got a couple of them. I got 5. Cheryl's got one. Another lady's got one. I mean, again, you can get your cane any way you want. I got one lady, she put Bible verses on her cane, like in a cloud. Wow. So every cloud had a different verse on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you can think of it, Jimmy can do it. I mean, he's a good dude. Again, James Bain, him and his wife, Wendy, good people. Again, I mean, and to take this on, to make it his mission to try to make sure people in third world countries get a cane, man, I'm down. Whatever I can do to help, that's what I want to do. Which I have done many, many, many different ways. I've collected canes for him. I've repaired canes for him. Again, I've purchased a lot of canes from him, and then I've actually just donated money, just to try to help that brother do what he's doing, because I think this is definitely a worthy cause. So if you can help him out, like Brittany says, and just so folks know, whether you choose to go to youcanegive.org or you choose to go to customcane.com, you're actually going to the same website. They're both going to take you to the same website. So You just
And George commented a peace hand. Why are you not here, George? I see how it is.
Right.
I feel rejected and sad that you're not here, but it's okay. I'll get over it. But yeah, it's the same. It's the same website. It's custom with a K, customcane.com, or you can give, and it's you, like YOU. So youcanegive.org.
Right. So, on that note, again, do what you can to help Jimmy out. Of course, we would appreciate any help you can give us as well. So always what we do here, everything we do is free. We provide to our people all of our training and all of that good stuff, and free, JAWS training, iPhone training, just basic technology stuff. Again, we getting ready to get into some AI stuff. We got support groups. The ladies got their thing going on tomorrow night. We got entertainment going on. We got movies every Friday night. We got RS games where we go play games and stuff together. So.
And I just wanted to say that for Ladies Night Tomorrow Fitness, it is co-ed. So if the menses want to come in and get their workout on or talk to some new ladies, I don't know, whatever floats your boat, whatever helps you in your life to live your best life, do you? If you want to come in and get some makeup tips, even if you're a dude, whatever, I don't care. I don't discriminate. It's your world. I'm just living in it. So I'm just putting that out there.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. I will not be there for any of that. So, number one, I'm too fat and lazy. Number two, for the fitness. Number two, no, I don't need no makeup. There's nothing you can do to cover up these scars. So I'm good. And then, of course, your later thing is support group for the ladies. Ladies need a safe place to sit there and have their conversations. They really do.
I
Ladies.
think the men need a support group as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some things that you men want to talk about that you don't really want to talk about with us ladies. I'm pretty sure it's hard being a man. I don't know. I'm not one, but I'm pretty sure y'all have your difficulties or whatever.
Well, I mean, well, we do, but I'm at the age it don't none of that stuff bothers me anymore. So I let the youngsters worry about that stuff. I've been there, done that, and bought the T-shirt. So, but on that note, again, we will be doing the ladies' night tomorrow night, and that'll start tomorrow at 5:00, right, Britt? So fitness starts at 5, and then we got fitness starts at 4.
It's 4, 5, and 6. So fitness is at 4, makeup is at 5, and support group is at 6.
And all that is Pacific time.
So that's 6, 7, 8 my time.
Right. Well, actually, you're 2 hours out, Carol. So that's 7, 8, 9.
If fitness starts at 4, that's at 6 my time.
Right, 6, 7, 8. You're right.
Now the makeup, I won't be able to. I don't wear makeup, so I won't be in the makeup. But I'll do the fitness and join in the women's group.
Well, I mean, you take a dinner break.
True.
But whatever makes you happy. I mean, I don't wear makeup either, but I'm not going to be there for any of it. So I'm going to let the ladies do what they do, and I'm going to do what I do, which is probably something else pertaining to Blind United. Always something to have to do with Blind United. So, but yeah, so that brings us to the end of our Monday. I appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out with us and allowing us to do what we do. I hope we were informative. I hope we were entertaining. I hope you find Well, clearly you guys do because you are watching. And I really do appreciate you. No matter where you are, no matter how big the numbers are from where you live, we still appreciate you, So we just want to continue to grow with you folks, and we can only grow with you. We can't grow without you. So as long as you continue to like what we do, we're going to keep doing what we do. And then again, as I always say, if you got any ideas, suggestions, comments, man, just get at us. info@blindunited.org. We'll get right back to you. We'll let you, we'll address your, whatever it is that's going on, and if it's something we can implement, we definitely will do that as well. So as always, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell over there on YouTube. Go to the page on Facebook, Blind United, and follow us over there, like us over there, share our videos over there. Of course, we got the interest group as well, Blind United interest groups. So you run over there. A lot of people do a lot of posting in there. There's a lot of other great content goes through that group page. So, man, just thank you for everybody that would, thank you for all my volunteers. Thank you for all the participants, all of that. I really do appreciate you folks. So on that note, Brittany, I appreciate you as well as Carol and my brother Pedro and all the folks that listen in, and Paul and Monica, and that's all of it. Well, George, I don't appreciate you, George. You're supposed to be in here with us. You told me you was too busy to come hang out with us today. So you better get your boat over there and start moving some furniture and all that stuff and quit worrying about what we talking about on coffee time. So on that note, Britt, you got anything to say on the way out? She's probably already gone.
Carol, I say
make
it magnificent.
Make it magnificent. Magnificent Monday.
There you go.
On that note, Miss Carol, I appreciate you, sweetheart.
Appreciate you, Ed, as always.
We will talk to y'all later on the next one. Have a great day.